This is James Rodriguez with JT Eaton, and you are listening to the world's #1 free pest control training podcast.
Pull out your hose and grab your can. We're about to integrate another Pest Geek podcast. Hi, everybody. Frank Hernandez here, and welcome to the Pest Geek podcast, bringing you the latest information on pests, products, and politics from today's leading industry sources to help you start, manage, and grow your pest control business.
Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of the Pest Geek Podcast. I am Frank Hernandez, your Pest Geek, here discussing all things pest. We want to remind our audience to join in on the revolution. That's right, join in on the conversation, be part of the society. Pest Geek Podcast Listeners Group on Facebook. And we're on YouTube, we're on the web, pestgeekpodcast.com. Check out there the notes, everything that we put into the podcast. They're all on there. And here is Adam Malanga with today's topic.
Hey, this is Adam Malanga. Today I want to talk to you about branding. This is a big topic. As I talk to pest control operators across the country, they say, man, can you help me with my branding? Sure. Branding's just a fancy way of saying, how does the market perceive me? When they look at my company, what do they see? And, there's companies out there that specialize in branding, but that's all they do. And they come up with all these elaborate plans to help you represent your company to the marketplace in a, fancy, cool way. And I think that's fantastic. I take a little bit different approach, just really simple, and it works. It's effective. My thing is that you're already branded. The marketplace already perceives you one way or the other. And so whether you've done it accidentally or you've done it intentionally is what really matters. If you've done it accidentally and you really haven't put time into some of the things we'll talk about today, then you already have your reputation built, good, bad, or indifferent. If you take some steps to intentionally brand your business, that may help you along the way, help grow it, and be a different perception in people's eyes. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. See, customers find distinctions in intentionality, right? Everybody else is just a wandering generality. If they don't take the time to say, who am I or who are we to the marketplace, then you're just another commodity. And the only way to really make it in business is to be distinctive. And so intentionality is the key here. I'm going to give you an example. Starbucks sells a $5 coffee. Really? It's not all that good, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. But you can get a coffee at a donut shop or at, Waffle House or whatever for $1.50. How does Starbucks do it for $5 or more? It's just branding. They packaged it and made it nice and pretty and gave you all these different things, and so all of a sudden now you pay $5 for a cup of coffee. That could cost you $1.50. That is branding. So I'm going to give you some quick tips, and I believe how to build a brand and make it one that's helpful for your business. For starters, let's talk about a mission statement. Man, mission statements, man, oh my gosh, that's just ridiculous. Well, maybe. But I think that it's an important piece. Every company will tell you what they do. Some will tell you how they do it. Not many will tell you why they do it. And I think this is really the core and the essence of a mission statement is, man, why are you in pest control? Why do you do what you do? And that may be different for everybody that's listening. If it's because, man, I want to kill bugs for people and I want them to be pest free. Awesome. Man, if it's because I want to, support my family and this is how I've done it, that's awesome. Whatever. But the why is the big deal. And I think you start there with building a brand is, what's my mission statement? Why am I doing what I'm doing? And this takes some evaluation. This is not just, you can jot this down in a couple of seconds. This is something you really need to think about. Because it leads to this next tip, is what separates me from everybody else out there. And generally what separates one pest control company from another is why they're doing what they're doing, right? And so if you can align your why with what makes you different from everybody else. I do it because, for example, we're a green company, like Frank's company. We're a green company, and we do it this reason. This is why we do what we do, and that's what separates us from everybody else. That's a beautiful way to build a brand. Once you've established this mission statement, once you've identified those things that separate you from everybody else out there, you're well on your way to building a brand. Now you got to summarize it. You've got to kind of put it together and be able to share that with people whenever they ask. Some of you may have heard this term elevator pitch, right? It's what can I tell people what I do in 30 seconds, the amount of time I'm on the elevator with them, right? It's great. And if you can dial it all down and be able to share that with a prospect one-on-one, or the next thing we're going to talk about in mass, if you can do that, summarize that, my mission statement, what separates me from everybody else, and you can do that in just a couple of seconds, that's fantastic. That helps build a brand quickly. So now that you've got this mission statement, you know what separates you, you got it summarized, now it's time to promote it, right? So tell everybody. Tell them on Facebook, tell them in email, tell them on billboards if you want to go that route, but tell everybody. And that's how you get the word out en masse. And, Facebook's a fantastic way to do it. Twitter, another great way. You can have your friends share Facebook posts, and you can do all kind of marketing on Facebook. It's a great platform, and most of your customers are on there. And so you've got your message now, why you do what you do, and just get it out there, man. The most important piece, and the piece I'll wrap up with, is you got to keep it consistent throughout. So whatever it is that you're saying to people needs to be consistent. Whatever is in writing, whatever is posted socially, and consistent all the way through. So if you have technicians, they are involved and actively intimate with your mission statement. They believe it, they talk it, they live it just like you do. Your admin, your salespeople, keep it consistent throughout the organization. And before you know it, man, your brand is built. So, hey, if you need help with any of this, I'm a phone call or an email away. You can visit me at adammalanga.com. And my email address is adammalanga@me.com. And my phone number is posted up there. So feel free to reach out. If you need some help, be glad to help you. So there you go. Go build a brand. Do great things.
We hope you have enjoyed this edition of the Pest Geek Podcast. Until next time, have a pestacular day.
Thank you for listening to the Pest Geek Podcast. If you have enjoyed the Pest Geek Podcast, please give us a rating, write a review, or subscribe to the channel. You can join the Pest Geek Society by visiting pestgeekpodcast.com. Thank you for listening. See you next time.